Merry Christmas! Ha 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 ha. No, it's ho 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 ho, isn't it? Whichever one. But Merry Christmas. It's your friend Phil, project management trainer and coach. It's a festive season. Everyone's excited. Everyone's happy. I hope you are. But don't forget, you've got a commitment. Sorry to burst your bubble, but we've got the PMBOK guide to study, all right? But do it with a smile on your face and, enjoy it. Today, I'm going to show you a new tool I've got here. I'm going to show you the PMBOK guide lens of understanding. Listen to me. No, listen to me. Don't listen to him. We can't have two Phils in this video, so listen to this one, all right? We're going to take a look at the PMBOK guide lens of understanding. This is a concept that was developed for a different type of thing by a friend of mine and his co-author, Dr. Rick Brinkman and Dr. Rick Kirshner, and they wrote the book, Dealing with People You Can't Stand. So if you're familiar with that book, you've probably looked at their lens of understanding, right? I call this a lens of PMBOK guide awareness and understanding because it's important to know where you are at any point in time in the PMBOK guide, know what's coming, know where you are, know what's next, and also know what counts on the exam. So if we take a look at this lens of understanding and awareness, right there in the middle, the bullseye is initiating. We need to make sure that our project is authorized. Now, on the exam, that is 13%. 13% of your exam. It looks like a small area, but that could tip the scales in your favor. Next, we've got the planning process group. In the planning process group, this is where we talk about developing the plans and so on, developing the subsidiary plans, and putting all that together into a final big project management plan. It's also where we develop baselines. So we put the baselines of scope, we put the baselines of schedule, of cost into perspective. And then next, we've got executing. Executing is where we are carrying out the work. This is where we are executing the work on the project. It's a really important area because on the exam, if you think about it, planning is 24%, but executing is 31% of the exam in terms of your score. This accounts for 31%. That's huge. And then we've got the monitoring and controlling process group, which accounts for 25%. So if you take a look at that, over half of your exam is in these two quadrants on that side. And I call that the danger zone. This is where you really need to focus on. Why do I call it a danger zone? That's only 8 processes. That's only 11 processes. Put them together, you've got 19 processes out of the 47 that account for over half of the exam. Doesn't that scare you? It should concern you. And that's why I tell people, keep executing aside. Focus on executing exclusively. Focus on monitoring and controlling exclusively. 11, 8, huge payoff. Can you imagine spending 2 days of your study honing in on 8 plus 11 and getting a massive payoff? We often talk about, in risk management, we talk about exploiting the risk. That's what you need to exploit. You need to exploit these areas because they're very low volume, but high impact, And then last but not least, we've got closing, 7% of your exam. And that 7, again, it could tip the scales. So you've got 2 processes here, you've got 24 here, you've got 8 here, you've got 11 there, and then you've got 2 there. So it's very important that you know where to focus your attention, where to focus your energies. Now, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to hone in this 4-part tutorial series, and I'm going to show you the big ticket items and the tricks of the trade to really understanding where you are in the PMBOK guide and what to hone in on.